folks I know you better than they want to, but others brand new. When did you start flying, Don?
In 1964.
What did you start flying in '64?
150.
Okay.
And I was taking lessons at, matter of fact, in Tyler at the airport and going to school at TJC.
Really?
I got 8 lessons out of the way. I was ready to solo and I ran out of money. I started scuba diving instead. It was cheaper. And to date, I finally started back flying again. Matter of fact, about 17 years ago, started flying again and went ahead and got my certification. I'm on my 5th airplane. I've got 1,200 hours and 350 hours underwater. So.
Out of an airplane, I hope.
Yeah, out of an airplane.
He looks a little funny wearing that scuba tank though.
Yeah, just in case.
What's been your fondest memory of flying so far?
I love getting up anytime. I had a blast just getting off the strip this morning and flying over the airport, even though it was socked in. I kept circling overhead and I said, I know people down there hear me, but I can't get in. I only saw the airport in one little patch this morning. I could only see one hole or I'd have come down, but they were reporting 200-foot ceilings. And so I went back home and landed, no problem, and drove out. So it was a safe thing to do.
You did get a briefing, didn't you? It was IFR since.
Do what was that mean?
Radio signals don't reach that far.
Flew IFR all the way.
No, I was over it.
Oh,
I was over it.
the
It was,
road? I
yeah.
hope you was over the road.
Yeah.
I know you've been up to Oshkosh a number of times. How many times today?
11 times.
Okay.
11 times. I've flown in 9 of those into Oshkosh. Which,
Camped under the wing most of the time, I'm guessing.
yeah, most of the time. I've camped in a camper one time. Ginger wanted to go, and so we took the motor home one time, and she said, okay, that was fun. Let's don't go back. So, but I'm going this year.
Any advice for our newer pilots?
It's a blast. Stay with it. It just gets better as far as I'm concerned. The more you learn. I had an old timer tell me when I first started that when I first got my ticket, now I've got a license to learn. And boy, I tell you what, he was that was a mouthful, because when you start flying, then is when the fun really starts. After you're finished with the ticket to begin with, then you really start learning at that point, and it is just a lot more fun.
Well, to your point, if y'all ever go on the internet and watch YouTube videos, I do that a lot with flying. And there's a guy has m0a.com.
Yes, that's a good one.
Great young instructor, and his tagline is, "A good pilot is always learning." So,
Oh yeah,
yeah, if you're not learning, you're dying. So,
it is.
all right. Any old business? All right, we'll move on to new business. We've got Critters Lodge flying in.
It's under 100 planes come in over there. It's not like wreck law. It's not dangerous. You don't have any problems with people running across the runway and trying to block airplanes taking off or landing. It's safe. There's no portalets or porta potties over there. You've got actually flush toilets. And Wendell's just amazing with the job he
people over
does.
there.
And when he's finished,
Showers.
oh yeah, you got solar showers.
Remind me, they have places to rent to sleep if you're not going to camp under your wing. They've
Yes,
got 2 bedrooms, don't they?
If he's got a clubhouse down there, and he's got cots and blankets and stuff, and you rent for just nothing. What is it? At $7 or something like that?
I remember it's cheap. I never have rented it, but I know it's reasonable.
House down
I
there.
think it
is
was
almost
$5.
complete,
Yeah.
And I think I paid 25 for it. I mean, Wendell has got the best fly-in anywhere that I know of.
Oh yeah.
How about a 3,500-foot grass strip?
Oh, yeah.
Nice to lay
Excellent.
on.
And smooth as can be, and it's good approaches, and even if it's windy, and we've experienced this a bunch of times, but even if it's windy, you've got enough trees on the side that once you get down to where you're actually getting close to, anywhere close to touching down, the wind is one direction.
Yeah.
It's, and it's an easy landing over there.
And the trees are high enough that you don't get into turbulence when you're about to set down. You're
Right.
below the turbulence.
Yeah.
Good point, good point.
Yeah.
It's a great place to go to. And to camp out, you can, the parking on the airplanes is good, it's well directed, and if you want to take a camper or motor home, I think he's got 25 or 30 slots now for that.
Yeah,
But,
at least.
yeah, there's a bunch of us that go all the time, and it's just 3 days of great. You get over there Friday night, fantastic food.
It's close
and-
enough you could fly in, fly out,
It's
Oh, yeah.
relaxed and convenient.
Yeah.
unless you're drinking, and then don't fly out.
Right,
Oh, no.
Stay
right.
The only two things I'd say, other than what he's already said, is the windsock is faded to about the color of his shirt, so it's not very noticeable from the air.
Right.
Yeah.
And the trees are getting taller
But
every year.
His
Yeah.
runway's not very
That's
noticeable
right.
from the air, so.
Yeah, it's-
And, oh yeah, and those white tanks that they tell you about?
Yeah.
They probably were white at one time,
They're kinda
but they're
rusty.
pretty rusty.
See,
They're
they
rusty
turn
white
red.
now.
About the
Rusty
same, about
white,
the
they're
same
not-
color as that gravel
Yeah,
pad.
they're
there
not
on.
as noticeable as
Leon
everybody makes you to
VOI
believe.
is the way to do it.
Yeah, the only drawback is it's hard to find and easier to lose.
If you're
Yeah,
interested
if
in
you have
flying
to
down,
circle around, you
Yeah.
lose it.
Well, if you're
Yes,
landing to the
Clyde,
east,
let's,
it's easy, just do your downwind over the road and turn in, you know.
Yeah, same frequency as Crockett, so it's
Yeah.
real easy. Once you cross Crockett, just get on their frequency and you'll start listening, and you'll hear everybody coming in to Critters Lodge and find out which runway they're using. And when you get close, there'll be somebody on the radio, clear you to land, it's no problem.
well, let's, anybody that's interested in flying, whether you have a plane or you want to fly with someone, let's meet afterwards, and we'll get up a game plan on that as to who's going. Don't know if you caught this one on the web, but Conroe is having a fly-in. It's coming up June the 2nd through the 4th. This one is really, really unique, and it caught my attention for this reason. We've been to air shows, everybody has their favorite, whether it's Rec Law or Critters Lodge or Oshkosh or whatever. This one is kind of a lot of events being put together as one. They've got a fly-in, an air show, they've got a career fair, but what they're really targeting is millennials. Because you look around this room here, and not too many of us don't have a lot of gray in our hair, and this younger population coming in just don't have anybody to guide them along, have them understand, how do I get into flying, how do I find a career in it? So these folks are really targeting that age group, and it's supposed to be a fantastic show. So you can go find that on the internet if you'll just type in Conroe Fly-In. Like I said, it's June the 2nd through the 4th. I'm planning on going to that one. Oshkosh, just around the corner, July 24th through the 30th. Going to be a big show this year. Blue Angels are flying. So if you're interested in that, let's talk on that one as well. I think we've got a young Eagle going up there. We already got him signed up. He's in the slot.
He's going, matter of fact, the month prior.
Okay.
And, yeah, it's all arranged, the airfare, everything's done, it's all done. He'll be going, and now, next year, when he goes back, he'll be going to the senior camp, and the senior camp takes place during AirVenture. So,
Good. We've also got Angelina Airfest coming up October the 7th of this year. Going to be their 3rd year. Fantastic show already in the works. Talking to Tony earlier, what we've got to start getting in plans like right now is another fundraiser. The food didn't go so well last year, or it went well, just didn't make us a lot of money. We've talked about a SAFE, another 4-wheel drive. If you've got thoughts to that, let's talk after this meeting, or if you've got a thought right now. But otherwise, that's how we put money back in the bank. We fly these kids and keep our stuff rolling. So we're interested in your thoughts on that. I don't know if you took time to hit the link on the email I sent out, but the safety topic this year, and it feels like it's forever out, but ADS-B, everybody familiar with what that is, what it does? How many of you think you have to have it in your airplane?
Not yet,
What's that?
not yet.
You don't have to have it at all.
Oh,
yeah,
Only if you fly into B class or into A class airspace.
yeah,
So,
How many don't fly into B or A?
exactly.
yeah.
Let me give you just my quick personal thoughts and open the floor if you want to discuss it a little bit, but I'm telling you, ADSB has saved my butt more than once. If you fly with ForeFlight and you fly with the Stratus on your window, that's going to give you flight information. If people have ADSB, it'll show up on your screen. And if you're not on flight following and have a controller telling you, oh, by the way, you've got traffic, 1 o'clock, 2 miles, whatever, it's popped up on there a number of times flying into Austin Executive. Nobody's called their turns, and here I have a jet flying right in front of me. Just thought it's his airport. That comes up on your screen, and if you've got your headphones Bluetooth into your ForeFlight, it'll tell you traffic, traffic, traffic. So you hear that. The ADSB, if you go to Aparo, who's the maker of the Stratus units, I think they're $2,500 and you get the $500 rebate if you'll sign up. The FAA is giving $500 towards anybody who signs up, a limit of, I think, the first 10,000 or something like that. So they're giving you a nice package. It's going to be mandated in 2020, and it's, to your point, Sid, if you fly into V-class airspace, you're going to have it. So get ahead of the curve. Any thoughts, questions on that? Yes, sir.
Garmin just come out with a real inexpensive fix for ADSB, and there's gonna be others. And so the closer you get to the deadline, they're gonna be coming out with new equipment, cheaper. Garmin, this $1,700 to $2,200 fix is
And what
a
is
new
the fix? I mean,
instrument,
if you've got a
basically.
Garmin radio or what?
Yeah,
And the only con point to that is the closer you get to that date, good luck finding an avionics shop that's going to get you in and out because
yeah.
their waiting list is going to grow. And it's not going to be, oh, fly over on this day, we'll get it done. Fly over, leave your airplane for a week or two. So, be thinking about that and what you've got in your panel.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts, comments?
Just
Yes,
one
sir.
thing, if he mentioned Conroe, if you haven't been there in a while, they got a tower now.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah,
And it is in B-class airspace.
yeah.
So you're under the shelf coming in, but it is in B-class, so.
Conroe's still a D. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Right.
Technically,
It's
it
not
is,
like-
but under the shelf, so
Right.
depending on
Yeah.
what altitude you're coming in, or what direction. But to the point of the tower, it all just depends on who you get on frequency that day. Don and I flew in one day, he's got Delta Lima, I had Delta Lima. Guy gave us taxi instructions and, okay, read back correct, got to me, I missed one part. You want to read that back correctly before you take off?
I think I've gotten that one before.
Yeah, you'll know him. His
Yeah.
voice sounds about like mine, and
Oh,
just, so listen to them, but they're good people.
Yeah, they are.
Anything else for our agenda? We'll cut it short then at 29 minutes. We are, oh, yes, sir, I'm sorry.
You want another model aircraft? I got an RC about a little bit bigger than that one, that if anybody wants to hang it from the ceiling.
Bring it on, we'll put it on the ceiling.
Okay, computer in Crockett, what's the status on it?
I've got it lined up, I've talked to Mark, and I'm probably gonna go over there this next week, weather permitting, and work with him, get the antennas up, and then I'm getting with DP and get one of their guys to go with me over there and set the unit up with you or whomever we need to get. So it's in the works, but, so the equipment's here, we just have to get it over that way, and Mark said he'll put up the antennas for us.
Mark, you might want to mention everything that's been done over there. It's been in the works, but.
Good point. So, the Crockett folks have been really good to us. We've used the two mechanics over there, John Hammonds and Mark. Just great folks. They've got cheap fuel over there, so if you're ever over that way, be sure and fill up. But we've done things at our hangar here with the pavilion, with the pilot's lounge. We wanted to start branching out, hitting these other airports. So our first one to be picked was Crockett. We painted their pilot's lounge and fuel shed up there. Mark is thrilled with what they've done. It looks really good. Now, Sid had ventured off with me and said, hey, they don't have a great setup in their lounge there as far as computer. All they have is their ASOS barking out whatever's going on there. And if you didn't come in with your ForeFlight or your batteries down, good luck finding out anything that's going elsewhere. So Sid was gracious enough to help us pick out, don't tell us, is it a tower computer or what have we got going
Yeah,
there?
it's a tower.
Tower computer, but they don't have internet access there, so Mark does down at his hangar. It's kind of like pulling thread on a sweater. You gotta start pulling before you decide where to cut. Well, Mark had web access, so we're putting up a wireless repeater antenna there, putting a wireless repeater or receiver antenna down closer to the pilot's lounge. and just running a cable down in there. So now, you fly in there, get in the fuel shed, you can pull up internet, Facebook, you want to sit and chat with your loved ones or whatever, so, yeah. No selfies or anything like that, just, but it's gonna be a nice upgrade, and since, is John here?
No,
Good.
he is at my husband's office, income tax.
Since he's not here, y'all just keep this to yourselves, but we're gonna name that in honor of John Hammonds. We're gonna have a plaque put up on the fuel shed there, and he's just been good people to us, a long history in aviation and military, so we're gonna pay homage to him and his good works and being a friend
You
to
do
us.
know that they built that little pilot shack or
Who did,
whatever.
John?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so much more
They
fitting.
had the EAA chapter there.
Okay.
He's had been an EAA a long.
Long
time.
time. He's an EAA pioneer.
So,
What kind of money have we spent so far, and how much is intended over there?
don't have a total yet, it'll be a couple of $1,000s. We've got 800 and change in the paint. I'm not sure what we've got in the computer and all that yet.
Probably around 11, 20.
So we'll be
Around
under
$2,000.
$2,000,
Yeah.
and that's cheap for
Oh,
what we're
yeah.
doing over there, so,
Yeah.
and it'll be appreciated. Any other thought? Jack, I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. We'll welcome the Jacksonville entourage back there.
I've been a member here a long
By the
time.
way, when is your next meeting?
Our next meeting is going to be the first Saturday, we meet on the first Saturday of each month, but we're having a pancake brunch on the second Saturday in June. So I'd like you all to keep that in mind and come up and see us.
Okay. I can tell you, I made the first one, several of us in here did. Put on a fantastic show. Joe Casey spoke to us.
Yeah.
Gave us a great talk, and he's slated right now to be with us next month to speak, and if you've not heard him before, man, he's got more knowledge to spill out than your brain will take in, so it'll be good to have him in. All right, I tried to end it at 29 minutes, now we're 33, so we'll be adjourned. Y'all hang out, finish the diet pills over here, coffee, hang out and hanger fly.